All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back for another Dragon Champions video. I have to admit, this game continues to surprise me. I have been playing this game. I actually forgot completely to do my payout in Galaxy of Heroes today because I was a little too preoccupied with something I'm doing in Dragon Champions. Like, look, this game is absolutely fantastic from a beginning game standpoint. Again, as I've said before, remains to be seen what the end game is going to look like, but for now, the chase to the end game is real, it's fun, and I'm having a blast along with a lot of other people. If you want to check this out, link in the description. The link does help the channel. So if you want to support the channel, that's great. It also helps me know how you guys are doing with this. Like, what do you guys like this? Do you want me to keep covering it, etc.? Now, I am going to be migrating all of my Dragon Champions coverage. I'm sold enough on this game now that I want to have a channel dedicated to it so I don't feel bad uploading a ton of videos about it here for those of you who are not interested in Dragon Champions. And if you're watching this video to this point, you probably are interested in Dragon Champions, and so all of you guys here are probably going to be like, okay, well, no worries to us. But there's a lot of people on this channel who probably aren't going to be interested in this game, and I really want this channel here in particular to be really focused on Star Wars. And so this is going to be my last Dragon Champions video on this channel. My new channel, CFH, this is actually my second channel, which I've already kind of dabbled with. I've got the videos they're going to be going over there, and you can expect some pretty regular Dragon Champions content over there. And so go ahead and sub to that right now. Everybody get over there and sub. If you're watching this video, you want the Dragon Champion stuff, sub over there. Hit that notifications icon. Once you hit the notifications, you will know. Let's see. Let's do all. That's what you want to do. You will know that you will not miss the Dragon Champions content. So, download the game link below. Link to this channel down in the description below. Now, ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to talk about the top 5 starting characters in my opinion. This is going to be ranging from about level 1 to 35. Once you get over 35, up towards 50, etc., there's some new characters that become available to you that are going to knock some of these out of the list. But you've got to get there first. And these are going to be the 5 characters that I am personally the biggest fan of. Now, something to point out about this is I'm not prescribing an arena team to you right now. These 5 are not necessarily going to be the arena team you want to use. You probably could use them and have some degree of success. But for me, I mean, right now, if you look at my squad arena, there's just it's going to take a little bit before I can be that competitive because I'm only level 32 and we got level 60 at the top. So I'm just kind of waiting. I wish that the shards were broken down a bit more. Maybe a little bit of feedback for the devs because Arena, at least in Galaxy Heroes, is one of my favorite things. But we're going to talk about some of the best characters to start this game with. Number 1 on my list, and all of these are going to be very, very easily accessible. Number 1 is Ranta to me. I think she's great. Now, she's got some pretty okay damage, but what makes her really good is she keeps summoning this bear, which is just going to be able to disrupt the field of play. Now, you've actually got an interesting icon here that I just noticed while I was getting ready for this video. A popularity percentage. Now, I'd like to ask the devs exactly what this means, but I would imagine that this has something to do with how many people are using her, and this is one of the higher percentages. Very popular character and easy to get. You can see here, we've got 2 hard notes here early on. One that's on Rage of Clans, 112, and one that's on Dawn of Order, 3-3. Order's like light side, Clans is like dark side kind of thing, so easy to get to pretty quickly. So Ranta, I'm a pretty big fan of her, not just because of what she does, but mostly because of what her bear can bring to the table, which, I mean, you could just keep summoning the bear over and over again. And this is pretty early on. Again, something to note here as you look at my abilities, I'm only upgrading my abilities like 1, maybe 2 times for the most part, and so still very, very early consideration. I don't really have a grip on what she's going to be like endgame, but she's been definitely a difference maker for me. Something else to point out about her that's very important is she is an orc. I could just prescribe 5 orcs to you and probably be okay, because we have got an event coming up, a legendary event that is going to require orcs. Now, a huge, massive thumbs up fist bump to the devs. You look here, they announced this a few days ago. We still got 11 days until this starts. What notice they gave us for this. And so you're going to need to have at least 5 stars to unlock. It will be unlocked on this tier 5 stars. It says hero level 60 is required. I've been told that is a glitch. It's just the stars that are required. It's just going to be recommended that your gear level 8 plus, level 60 plus, that kind of thing, but you can't enter without. And so for me, sitting at level 32 right now, 11 days. I don't know where I'm going to be. Hopefully I'm around 50 by then. Hopefully somewhere around there. I don't know if I'm going to make it or not, but I'm going to do my best for you guys, and I will do my best to stream that over on the other channel, which all of you need to go sub to right now. All right, number 2, speaking of the orcs, is Traumgar. Now, Traumgar has a very, very interesting kit. I've actually thought it would be interesting to have kits like this before, but he's got this defense and offense stance. When he's in a defensive stance, his physical armor increases by 15%, and when he's in an offensive stance, his physical damage increases by 15%. And the way that's going to activate is with the Shield of the People. So when you use it once, Traumgar assumes a defensive stance. Another use of this ability switches to an offensive stance. This effect can't be prevented or removed. Changing stance applies taunt for 2 turns. And so that's something to keep in mind, is if you're in your defensive stance or offensive stance, you'll be able to maybe save your special abilities so that you can do some better attacking in the offensive stance. His second wind doesn't even do it, so you just got his basic, right? He's got a leader ability, which I'm not really using. And then this is just a passive ability or a unique ability, as it were. So just as basic. I'm still learning these kits. But being able to, recognize when you're in that offensive stance is important. And maybe when the battle shifts and it looks like you need to, shift the attention somewhere else, put that taunt up, he'll go into defensive stance, etc. And also, he's an orc, and so he's going to be needed for that legendary event. So you really want him anyway. The third on my list is not an orc. I do have some non-orcs on this list. Again, I could just say all orcs, like just go for all the orcs, and that would be a good recommendation. But I really like Illyria. Illyria is a great healer. This is, I think, one of my only level 3 abilities, because these ability mats have been hard to come by. But she is a good healer with a decent attack. This special attack right here, which I've also taken to level 3, deals some pretty great damage. I mean, great damage for me is like 2,000, 1,000 to 2,000, which is like, if you play Galaxy of Heroes, that's like Cups basic. But so far, that's been actually really, really useful to have that. It deals 240% magic damage to enemy, which I think is probably the equivalent of special damage for Galaxy of Heroes. Heals the lowest health ally by 50% of the damage dealt as well. And so you've got kind of a bonus healing in there. And then this healing ability here is just good in general. Her passive ability just has a magic damage increase on it. So that's good as well. That will help beef up this attack here. And her basic ability isn't too shabby on damage. Illyria you're able to get her from the guild store. So make sure that you get in a guild. And you've also got 2 hard nodes that you can get her in, which I've been doing quite a bit of farming there, and I've already got her up to 5 stars. I will confess I have spent a little bit of money on this game, and you know what? I'm okay with that. It's making it fun for me right now. Reason I stopped spending on Galaxy of Heroes really wasn't a political statement. I just wasn't having fun spending. It was making the game less fun. This is making the game more fun, so I'm happy to do it for now. And I really like this dev team so far, and so I'm pretty happy to support this dev team. Runes wise, I'm still not sure how to manage these runes. Jury's out on that for me. I still got a lot of research to do. I put a health set on her, mostly for lack of anything. I haven't even upgraded this one. I should probably upgrade that, right? Let's just go to, I think 8 is where all of the stats unlock. Oh, look, we got her some speed. Any Galaxy of Heroes player will salivate at the prospect of a little speed. 116 extra health. That's nice. All right. Neato, gang. All right, next one on the list is Darien. You're all going to start with Darien. He is a tank. One of the easiest tanks to get, one of the better tanks from a beginning game standpoint. I've got a pretty good defense set on him. His taunt is great. You're going to be able to do it early in the battle, and he's going to take a while to burn through. Now, there's probably better tanks in the game. I was lucky to unlock King Lee through a pack, and I'm pretty happy about him as a tank, maybe over Darien, but Darien's going to be the easier one to get. You're going to start with him. He's going to be in the market. He's going to be in the guild. He's got a couple hard nodes as well, so it's going to be pretty easy to star him up as well. And so what makes him good is not just that he's got this taunting, the battle cry, he gains a taunt and armor increase, so he's going to get the taunt, and he's also going to have increased armor, so he's harder to burn through. And then I just noticed he removes one debuff. That's kind of interesting that it's just one debuff. I guess RNG decides which one it is. But I also really like his AoE. His first special is an AoE. And AoE I have found is very, very valuable in the beginning game. Because there's a lot of taunting out there. A lot of these arena teams that I'm seeing have probably 2 tanks, 2 healers, and maybe 1 AoE DPS, and that seems to be a really miserable combo to build through, or to burn through. You really don't need, in squad arena, you don't need a ton of DPS to survive. I mean, if you just, at least from a defensive standpoint, if you've got 2 tanks in there and a healer, it's going to be really hard to burn through, and that's probably a beginning game. So far, Arena's kind of miserable. I'm hoping that improves in the end game, but right now, it's just like there's just no DPS. It's just so hard to get DPS, but because there's a lot of taunting going on, AoE, very, very valuable. Now, the last starting character I'm going to recommend that I love is Zard. Frizzard. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. And he's great. All right, look at his unique ability. He survives a fatal blow. So he's going to die twice, basically. As soon as you get him down, he's not going to die, and you're going to have to hit him one more time. Now, the main reason, though, that I'm a big fan of him is he has decent DPS, and he's got 2 AoE abilities. This is Blizzard, deals 35% magic damage to all enemies, has a 20% chance to decrease their turn meter by 15%, and anybody who's familiar with turn meter-based games, turn meter reduction for the enemy, great. Turn meter increase for you, even better. And this is going to scale up even more turn meter wise as you level it up. So that was just at level 2. And then this one as well, deal magic damage to 130% to 3 enemies. So not a full AoE, but you're going to get 3, so 3/5 of the team. A 30% chance to inflict armor decrease. Then he's got a decent basic as well. And of course, you'll see here popularity-wise, 76%. A lot of people are using him, so you can kind of have that validation. It depends on what type of person you are. Me, I look at that and I'm like, all right. Everybody sees this is a good character. A lot of people are using this. You might look at it and go, no, I'm a hipster. I'm going to go against the grain. I'm going to put Adam in, which if anybody follows this game enough knows Adam is kind of like the cup of this game, right? We need to meme that. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, those are my starting 5 characters that I think are the best. Again, it's not an arena team necessarily. It's just a team that I have personally, or it's just 5 characters individually that I have personally found pretty good things with. And so let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. I'm anxious to hear more from you guys. Again, how you still feeling about the game. I've seen some people who aren't fans, but mostly I've just been really impressed by how excited everyone seems about this game. And the comments were overwhelmingly positive in my last video. And so I'm really excited to be covering it. I mean, the last time that I felt this way about a game, I was this excited about a game, I was playing Galaxy of Heroes in 2015. It's just really, really exciting overall to have this, beginning game feel again and be chasing that, level 80 and to be doing your best to get, little goals with different characters, etc. And so I'm amped right now, and I really hope this continues. I hope it's not just a fad, because I'm loving the game so far in spite of it. It's not Star Wars. That's what everyone keeps saying. It's not Star Wars. But you know what? Not every game has to be a major IP to enjoy it. How many games did you play growing up that weren't Star Wars games or that weren't, had their unique IP? I'm okay with giving this one a chance, and I'm glad I did. So, again, let me know what you think down in the comments below about all of this, and what are some characters that you might add to this list, and go sub to the new channel, because all of the Dragon Champions content from here on out will be over there. Thanks again for joining me for the video, my friends, and as always, my brothers, don't forget,